37 states.
I need the cash now.
This is Get It in 60, where there are 3 rounds of thought-provoking trivia between you and 10,000 naira. A bunch of guys are on the show today to beat the time and get it in 60. With us, fun and games just took on a whole new meaning. So, do you have what it takes to get it in 60?
Pass.
The game reminded me of primary school.
Something kuti.
Pass.
Jeez, God.
Round 1. Answer 5 of 15 questions correctly in not more than 60 seconds. Earn a guaranteed sum of 3,000 naira. Your time starts now.
I'm Bosola Ibanjo, student of University of Lagos, studying English. I am from Ogun State and I support Arsenal.
The Biafran War started in 1967 and lasted for how many years?
For 3 years.
Some months have 31 days, others have 30 days. How many have 28 days?
1.
DC character Superman is from which planet?
Next.
Nigeria is divided into how many geopolitical zones?
6.
What is the largest mammal in the world?
Next.
What was the first capital in Nigeria?
Calabar.
Which city replaced Lagos as capital of Nigeria in 1991?
Calabar.
What is the capital of Zimbabwe?
Rhodesia.
If there are 6 apples and you take away 4, how many do you have?
2.
Nigeria was first colonized by who?
Portuguese.
How many rings are on the Olympic flag?
3. Sorry, no. 6.
How many animals did Moses take into the ark from each species?
Next.
Which African country has the most population?
Nigeria.
Which is heavier, 100 pounds of rocks or 100 pounds of feather?
I was hoping I was going to get it, but he just said I want 4 questions out of 5. That was very close, believe me, very close.
My name is Ainke. I'm a graduate. I love modeling, dancing.
DC character Superman is from which planet?
Pass.
Nigeria is divided into how many geopolitical zones?
12.
What is the largest mammal in the world?
Pass.
What was the first capital city in Nigeria?
Pass.
Kabul is the capital city of which country?
Pass.
When did Nigeria become a republic?
1961.
Who conquered Egypt in 323 BC?
Pass.
Who gave Nigeria her name?
Pass.
Which country has the coldest capital in the world?
Pass.
Who was the first woman to buy a car in Nigeria?
Something kuti. It was fun, but it was so sad. That's just it.
Alexander III of Macedon, commonly known as Alexander the Great, was a king of the ancient Greek kingdom of Macedon and a member of the Argead dynasty. Born in Pella in 356 BC, Alexander was tutored by the philosopher Aristotle until the age of 16. Alexander succeeded his father Philip II to the throne at the age of 20 in 336 BC. Alexander inherited a strong kingdom and an experienced army, and he spent most of his ruling years on an unprecedented military campaign through Asia and Northeast Africa. And by the age of 30, he had created one of the largest empires of the ancient world, stretching from Greece to Egypt and into northwest ancient India. He was undefeated in battle and is considered one of history's most successful military commanders. In 323 BC, it is said that Alexander died in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar in Babylon at age 32 of a fever. Arsenal football fan Bosun couldn't make it through to the second round, although he thought he could get it.
I was hoping I was going to get it.
And he tried. Oh well, you need 5 correct answers. Not 4, not 4.5, just 5. Better luck next time. Anyike, currently serving her country as a core member, also couldn't make it through to the second round. Maybe she wasn't as dramatic as Bosun before her was, but like she said,
It was so sad. That's just it.
I'm IBK. The only IBK, I'm a social media PR. I do it for fun and I do it for money. I came to test my IQ.
What do the two horses on the Nigerian coat of arms represent?
Strength.
Who was the first Nigerian Prime Minister?
Tafawa Balewa.
What is the smallest ocean in the world?
Next.
Who is the first Nigerian president?
Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Which river is the longest river in the world?
River Nile.
Which African country takes its name from a major lake?
Madagascar.
Where is the headquarters of FIFA?
Switzerland.
How many times has Muhammad Buhari ruled Nigeria as a president?
Twice.
Who is one of the first scientists to discover gravity force?
Isaac Newton.
Congratulations, you just made it to the second round. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm Prince by name. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. I work in Bruno's place. I'm a barber.
Nigeria is presently made up of how many states?
Nigeria, 37 states.
Who delivered the popular I Have a Dream speech?
Pass.
The second military coup in Nigeria happened in which year?
Pass.
What did Henry Ford invent?
Pass.
Who introduced indirect rule to Nigeria?
Pass.
Who was the first black actress to win the Oscars?
Pass.
What is Nigeria's official language?
Broken.
How many actors have played the role of James Bond so far?
Father.
Some months have 31 days, others have 30 days. How many months have 28 days?
The question was tough, like so difficult, tight. I don't know.
The ideological underpinnings as well as the practical application of indirect rule in Nigeria is usually traced to the work of Frederick Lugard, the High Commissioner of the Protectorate of Northern Nigeria from 1899 to 1906. Indirect rule was cheaper and easier for the European powers, and in particular it required fewer administrators. In many cases, European authorities empowered local traditional rulers, but if no suitable leader could be found in the traditional Western sense of the term, the Europeans would simply choose local rulers to suit them.
Prince really just wanted to play the game because of what he could win, which is cool because extra cash doesn't hurt anyone. However, he couldn't beat the time and get it in 60. IBK, who makes money off social media PR, meant business as he played his way into the second round. Will he be able to continue beating the time and get it in 60? We will find out, and who is joining him in the next round. For that, you have to keep watching.
My name is Victor. Sometimes I like to read. I like sports. I like watching football. My favorite team is Arsenal.
Which team has played in every edition of the World Cup?
Germany.
What does the eagle in the Nigerian coat of arms represent?
Pass.
Michael Phelps is the most decorated athlete in the Olympic Games of which sport?
Swimming.
Which country is the smallest in Africa?
Cape Verde.
Is it true a man can marry his widow's sister?
False.
The popular Indiana Jones character is played by who?
Harrison Ford.
What does the white color in Nigerian flag stand for?
Pass.
Which country has won the most medals at the Summer Olympics?
Pass.
Which country's flag is called the Union Jack?
I'll pass.
Mogadishu is the largest city in which African country?
Pass.
What is a centenary?
I forgot to pass.
Imagine you are in a sinking rowboat surrounded by sharks. How do you survive?
How do I survive? The game reminded me of primary school because of the questions there, I know them and I've forgotten them.
Jamila. I'm friendly. I like dancing.
Nigeria is presently made up of how many states?
36 states.
Who delivered the popular I Have a Dream speech?
Pass.
The second military coup in Nigeria happened when?
1986. Pass.
What did Henry Ford invent?
Pass.
Who introduced indirect rule to Nigeria?
Pass.
Who was the first black actress to win the Oscars?
Pass.
What is Nigeria's official language?
English.
How many actors have played the role of James Bond so far?
Pass.
Some months have 31 days, others have 30 days. How many have 28 days?
1.
Chapai Wadi is the highest mountain in which country?
Pass.
Full meaning of IMF?
International Military Fund. Unfortunately for me, I didn't have a good time.
Henry Ford did not invent the automobile. Cars were around before he became popular. He didn't even invent the assembly line. But what he invented was the first automobile that many middle-class Americans could afford. In doing so, Ford converted the automobile from an expensive curiosity into a practical conveyance that would profoundly impact the landscape of the 20th century. His introduction of the Model T automobile on October 1, 1908 revolutionized transportation. As owner of the Ford Motor Company, he became one of the richest and best-known people in the world. He was quite the businessman, as he was able to con his investors into selling their shares to him, making him and his family sole owners of the Ford Motor Company.
I am Koladi, a graduate of FUTA, Federal University of Technology, Accra. I love traveling.
What country is the smallest in Africa?
Seychelles.
James Bond is a fictional character developed by who?
Pass.
The name Nigeria is derived from what?
Nigeria.
The popular Indiana Jones character is played by who?
Robert Downey Jr.
Nigeria gained independence in what?
1960.
What policy ended when Mandela became president of South Africa?
Black slavery. Slavery.
Where can you find the London Bridge today?
London.
Who was the first Governor General of Nigeria?
Tafawa Balewa.
How many African countries were at the 2006 World Cup?
5.
Which city replaced Lagos as capital of Nigeria in 1991?
Abuja.
Ian Lancaster Fleming was an English author, journalist and naval intelligence officer, best known for his James Bond series of spy novels. Fleming wrote his first Bond novel, Casino Royale, in 1952. 11 Bond novels and 2 short story collections followed between 1953 and 1966. The Bond series ranked among the best-selling series of fictional books of all time, having sold over 100 million copies worldwide. In 2008, The Times ranked Fleming 14th on its list of the 50 greatest British writers since 1945. Fleming was a heavy smoker and drinker for most of his life and succumbed to heart disease in 1964 at the age of 56. Fleming's creation has appeared in film 26 times, portrayed by 7 actors.
Another Arsenal fan tried to win today. Victor loves to read and watch football, but when he couldn't make it into the second round, we had no choice but to tell him and let him go, especially since he said he doesn't like people who lie. From someone who doesn't like people who lie to someone who was honest enough to tell us she likes dancing but she's not a good dancer, Jamilat was a bit tense, and while we hoped the questions weren't too tough, she couldn't beat the time and get it in 60. So how unhappy should we be when she said she didn't have a good time? These are the guys that made it to round 2. Let's go. Round 2. Answer 2 questions correctly in 60 seconds or less. No pass or next, because only the correct answer can take you to the next round. Your time starts now.
In certain parts of Nigeria, you cannot take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not?
Next.
It's 2 questions, bro. It's not next.
Starting problem.
You want me to take the question again?
Take it again, yeah.
In certain parts of Nigeria, you cannot take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not?
Because the man will be captured in the camera or something.
What?
He won't be captured in the camera. If he's on wooden leg, he will be taller than the necessary height the camera will be able to capture.
All right, next question. Which Nigerian wrote the book Ant Hills of the Savannah?
Cyprian Equency.
Nope. Still have some time, so you can keep trying.
It's not Chino Achebe.
Correct. But you got the first answer wrong, so you need to go back to that one. In certain parts of Nigeria, you cannot take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not?
This is crazy. What up? I wanted to go for 10K in the challenge, but this is where I could go for. Thanks, you guys.
How can you lift an elephant with one hand?
You put the elephant on one hand.
That's not possible, you know that, right?
That is the answer. Lift an elephant with one. Write down an elephant on a paper, put it on your hand, and you lift
An
it up.
actual elephant.
It's not possible to lift an elephant with one hand
Why?
because it's not possible. Bigger than you, or live elephant, if I get it right. Oh my God, it's not possible. Oh. Yeah, I made it through the first round. I got 3K. I couldn't make it past the second round. But at least I'm happy. I got it.
First up, the question isn't asking how you can use your own hand to lift, especially since elephants are pregnant for almost 22 months and the calves come out weighing 200 pounds and standing at 3 feet. How many people do you know that can carry that with one hand? So, if you say it is not possible to lift a regular-sized elephant with one hand, you're halfway there. But the real answer is in the construction of the sentence, which begs the question, do elephants with one hand exist? So, the right answer will be along the line of, you have to find an elephant with one hand, and by the way, they don't exist.
With Get It in 60, all you really have to do is try. So congratulations to everyone who played the game today. Thank you for watching until we come back with another set of brilliant minds trying to walk away with 10,000 Naira. It's been Get It in 60. Your time starts now.
It's not possible. Oh.
Jeez, God.
Something kuti.
Pass. I've forgotten.